it doesn't glitch every time I record it. Is this under the bridge? I think it probably is.
It's funny. My old lady used to pray I wouldn't end up in jail. Guess he never listened, huh? There he is.
Are you crazy? You give up and we're done. Both of us. There's no coming back.
There's no other way, Alfred.
It needs voice confirmation.
Martha.
Very good, Master Bruce. You can be sure your instructions will be followed.
Oh, man. Activate the Nightfall protocol. Hang on a second. Holy hell. 1 out of 14. 7 of Gotham's most wanted. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. That's
Good work,
it.
Master Bruce. Threat removed. Now would be the perfect time to reassert your control of the city.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. That was it. Oh. And the worst part is, thanks to Warner Bros. Being an absolute dick, the last half hour of footage was just completely missing.
I'm going to search for Azrael's burning bat symbol and continue his tests.
Okay, so do I just look around? That's all? What? Fine, we'll do something else. Fuck that. How about the fire guys?
The missing fire crew's not safe on these streets. I'll start by checking Dixon Dock West. That was their last reported location.
Oh man, I can't believe this. I'm gonna have to like hold my camera up to the TV for like 45 minutes to catch all that I missed. I still can't believe that last part with the Arkham Knight. Like, I can't believe that. It's crazy. This is all just mind-boggling, and I really wish I had a capture card. Ah, man, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Wonder how I locate the, how I do the, DLC I have, like the Red Hood and Harley Quinn and all that. Is that from here? I don't think so. Countdown to nightfall.
The missing fire crew's not safe on these streets. I'll start by checking Dixon Dock West. That was their last reported location.
Wow. Well, that's the end of Batman Arkham Knight's story, but not the end of the playthrough. Because for one, I have to hold up the camera. God, that's barely even worth doing, but I don't like leaving playthroughs unfinished, and I kind of feel like without that, it's going to be unfinished. I'm probably going to run into this problem when I play the Phantom Pain, because they did that in Ground Zeroes, where they just block scenes from being recorded, which is a pain in the dick. I hate it when game companies do that. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching the Batman Arkham Knight playthrough. That is the end of the story, although I still have some corrupted footage to go back and do, and... What the flying hell, really? Lightning just striking... What? Is that a dead body? Someone trying to make Frankenstein? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the playthrough of Batman Arkham Knight. There's more to come, though, with all this stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. I'm gonna give it a second because Share Factory always cuts off stuff. Alright, just a second, because Share Factory cuts off everything. I think we're good. Anyway, welcome back to Batman Arkham Knight. For you guys, it's been like 2 seconds, but for me, it's been like a week and a half since I beat the game, or so. And I'm just here to, I'm here to cough and choke. Anyway, I'm here to just kind of wrap up the campaign, I guess you could say, before we do a little bit of DLC and then some side missions here. Cat, what are you doing? Anyway, this is pretty much, the rest of the video is going to be kind of what I think about the game and what I thought about the story's ending and all that stuff. well, sort of the ending, because I think the official ending, the Nightfall Protocol, is from what I've heard, it's actually locked with 100% completion, and that includes the Riddler trophies, which is a really bad design decision. Like, that's never gonna fucking happen ever. Yeah, I think someone's being turned into Frankenstein down there. So yeah, bad design decision there to lock it behind 100% if that is in fact true. Anyway, what else besides that? What did I think about the game? I thought this game is very good.
Beating on him pretty bad from what I could see. Definitely a good night to be a firefighter. Ain't a good night for most things.
Excuse me, I'm busy here. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. These guys never shut up. Oh, there's the Batmobile. So what I think about the game, I thought it was very good. It had moments of greatness, but it never hit that mark of like officially a great game. Arkham City, I think, is definitely and almost unarguably better than this. So that begs the question: what did I like and not like about this one? Well, what I didn't like was the Batmobile. For God's sake, in this game you spend like 50 or 60% of the game in the Batmobile. That's just too damn much. I mean, there's plenty of open world games where you can play, you know, ride around in a city in a big car, blow stuff up, right? I mean, maybe not blow stuff up, but driving in an open world game is just a dime a dozen these days. But flying as Batman in an open world game and flying in general, I mean, I know you can do that as Saints Row, but as for flying around, yeah, you can't quite do that in open world games, at least not as many. I mean, you can't fly in GTA without mods. You can only half fly in Just Cause. I mean, they just, I think it's overall implemented pretty well. Like, the mechanics are pretty good with the Batmobile. They just use it way too much, and it really, really outstayed its welcome. Kind of like a friend I have. Anyway, so yes, Batmobile, and another new addition that I think they did a little too much was the Joker. I'm gonna get some hate for this, I understand. But I think they had a little bit too much Joker in this game, even though his dialogue was very, very good. He was entertaining and funny and interesting pretty much the whole way through. I didn't have like a single line or moment where I thought the Joker was like off his game or whatever. But I feel like they just had a little bit too much of it. It wore down on me too. So a little too much Batmobile, a little too much Joker. And for God's sake, it's so obvious who the Arkham Knight is.
Why, hello there, Bruce
God
Wayne.
damn it.
I'm all over it, Batman, but did you really believe that I, the Riddler, would fall for such a nakedly implausible charade? You expect me to accept that I've invested time and agonizing time again by some spoiled, trust fund-fueled hobbyist? I don't believe it. Why, I refuse to believe it. It's not true.
Oh, it most certainly.
Where were we?
Oh no. Don't keep talking. Okay, good. Yes, I'm not Bruce Wayne. Definitely not. Yeah. It's very obvious who the Arkham Knight is. Spoilers coming up here. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, you should have watched the rest of it by now, or played it, but yeah, it's Jason Todd, which I saw coming when I heard the line of dialogue in the helicopter fight, but I mean, they put clues throughout the game anyway. Like, they showed Jason Todd like 3 times, 3 flashbacks. And I mean, he was such an obvious candidate because he fucking knew like everything about Bruce Wayne / Batman, you know? It was just like pretty damn obvious who it was. I mean, it couldn't be Barbara Gordon. Probably wasn't Tim Drake. It was just obvious. Like, even if this is your first like Batman experience, even if you don't really know who Jason Todd was before this, I think even then you could probably figure it out. So that's disappointing. What else was bad about the game? The boss fights were a step down, mostly because they took place in this. But even when they didn't, they were still just not as deep and entertaining as they used to be. They were just simplified as opposed to the others. I feel like there's more stuff I'm forgetting to complain about, but that's pretty much, I'm going to wrap it up there for complaints. Good stuff. Well, the combat is good as ever, even though there's a few flawed mechanics. Like, it seems like...
You were getting the smokes. That's the whole reason we raided that damn place.
Yeah, some of the combos didn't work, and I don't know why. But still, combat was really good. The game looks great. These are really... The Arkham series has always had really nice textures, and...
We weren't taking orders from that freak anyhow.
I mean, that didn't stop here. This game looks awesome. And it runs pretty actually, no, there are a few lag problems, but it runs pretty smoothly for the most part. I mean, 30 frames, you know, console, whatever. Occasional lag issues, though. So yes, combat. The story was pretty good as well. And, you know, flying around as the Batman, you know, it's awesome. So story, combat, open world, all good stuff. And there's the negatives I talked about. So yeah, that's pretty much Batman Arkham Knight in a nutshell. What we're going to do next with the playthrough is go into some of the DLC, like the Red Hood and Harley Quinn. I think I have some other stuff too, like Scarecrow missions and maybe a Nightwing mission? I don't know, there's too much stupid DLC for this game.
Dead bodies, tanks, mass evacuations. I love Gotham at night.
Awesome. Anyway, yes. Those are my thoughts on Batman Arkham Knight. What we're going to do next is some of the DLC. Then we are going to head back in here and do some side missions like... I don't know, stuff like some of this stuff. Will I get the Nightfall Protocol? Probably not.
Good work, Master Bruce.
Threats removed, blah blah blah. So I hope you guys join me for the DLC. I'm pretty interested in it, especially the Red Hood story pack. Which may or may not involve Jason Todd. It'll probably involve the Joker, I'm sure, but anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed my playthrough. Stay tuned for a little more in the form of DLC and stuff. And I'll see you later.